Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sports Punch with the homie Q2 Tall and myself, brother Oski Woski. What's going on, my G? How goes it?
Going good, brother. I'm all good, man. In morning right now, I want to start off with singing the good old "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday." My boy DJ Moore got traded to the Buffalo Bills. The Bears didn't pull the trigger, try to get some of that cap space. But shout out to DJ Moore. Going to play with Josh Allen at least, he ain't going to no scrub team
No,
or no rebuild,
no. They ain't dump him off. They sent him off, you know?
Let's put them on somewhere decent, At least you could do like, all right, he came through for us in clutch moments this year, especially, and then like, he had a nice little three good years with us. So,
You know what though? I think we talked about this during the course of the season for the Bears. I think we were saying is like, yo, his production is dropping, or either he's hurt or he does not want to be here in Chicago anymore. And I said, man, we should probably pay attention to that. Maybe we were on a podcast or off of it. And I said we should pay attention to that because with him not playing so well, but having Walker and Luther and those guys making a mark,
yeah.
along with the Roma Odunze being hurt at the time. I said it's something to be pay attention to know that they get already let go of Keenan, wasn't that Keenan McAllen or something like that?
Keenan Allen, yeah.
Keenan Allen to let him go, let him get up out of here, which I thought was a better receiver for the Bears at any point in time, even with DJ Moore, even though he was a younger guy. To me, having Keenan Allen was a better look because he was more of a pro, and there's nothing wrong with DJ Moore, but that's a guy who been here and he could, he could already do things out there. He could teach these guys. So even with losing Keenan Allen, boom, he gone. Then they draft Roma Dunze, and then in emergence during the course of the season, we seen Luther Burden and the other brother Walker go out there and do stuff, and then having Lightning and Thunder and the two running backs. I said we got the weapons, or they have the weapons, and then Cole Kmet right at tight end, boom. Then you got Loveland who started showing up at tight end, boom. There's plenty of weapons out there for those guys. So I kept saying, man, it's something to watch because I don't think that's the guy that you're gonna end up keeping around, man, with the emergence of these other guys, and you could groom them and push them out there. And then for them to trade DJ Moore and get a 2026 pick in the second or third round, as if I heard correctly earlier with Shannon Brown, Uncle Shannon, he was saying that they got like a second and third round pick or something like that for the
Yeah.
2026 draft and the 2027, I think, or something like that. So to have that, let me know that while DJ Moore will be missing, he was good at what he does, and when he's at the top of his game, he's very good. It was best to let him go somewhere where he could start that climb and that ascension into being that number one wide receiver and being that go-to guy. Hopefully he get over there. Hopefully you ball the hell out. Hopefully you fuck something up and you get paid the money that you really were looking for. But fuck you in them goddamn Buffalo Bills.
when you, that when that's how I feel in a way. But no, he was yeah, we got a second round pick for him for this year coming up. We traded a fifth round pick with him to the Bills. So like, I don't know, maybe they like, all right, his production ain't all the way there, so we're gonna need a little bit more. But to get a second round pick, I was like, all right, that's good. I don't think that's gonna be a nice little package, trade for somebody, But I mean, DJ Moore, from his first play when he was a preseason with the Bears, he would ran it back for 75-yard touchdown, catch and run. So at that time, we was just coming off the 2018 run where we went to the playoffs and lost on the double doink and just that little run of playoffs that we had with Matt Nagy and really didn't have no receiver then. So we had like felt like when we got him, all right, we got a number one receiver again. We got
Mm-hmm.
good players coming, and there was some type of hope when he got here. And then his first year with Justin Fields being the quarterback of this, for
Wasn't
them,
bad. Wasn't bad.
it was his best season as a receiver, like over 1,000 passing yards. He had that before, but it was like that's like 1,200 yards, something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Few
sir.
few few touchdowns, and one of the better years for Justin Fields. So led us to a seven wins that year. So you thought we was on our way up type stuff. But and then last was it. So that was his first year. Then Caleb's first year last year. So DJ's second year with us didn't go necessarily the way we wanted. He had about like what 800 900 yards, maybe
Hmm.
less. Um, did it was tough. Obviously, we know why. The coaching was trash, and
Oh man, it
who
was
we
a whole
had.
situation. Yes, sir. It was a whole situation over here. Keep going. Keep going.
So yeah, so this year, it was evenly spread it out between, like you said, we got Luther Burden. He had about 600 yards. Roma Dunze had about 600. He was killing before he got hurt. He was probably gonna have about 1,000 to 1,100 yards had
Yeah,
he
it looked like
stayed
it looked
healthy.
like yeah. He looked like he was heading to that 1,200 yard mark, which would
But
have been
it
dope for him.
but in that absence of Roma Dunze, because at the time it was Roma Dunze mainly, and then like Luther starting to show some shine. Cole Komet, the running game.
Talk
And
about it.
then some games DJ didn't have maybe the most impact, but he had like a touchdown or something like that.
Hmm.
But when
Hmm.
Rome went down, he stepped up, man. He came up
He did.
huge
He
for us,
did.
especially those two games against the Packers. Like, bro, had some of the best catches of this year. I mean, the one he had in overtime in well, before in the regular season, the second go round, had a game winning touchdown in the overtime from about 45, 50 yards from Caleb Williams.
Yes, sir.
That was voted the number one player of the year by the NFL. So
Mm.
he had some
Mm.
memorable impact, and then the game against the Packers in the playoffs, the game-winning touchdown on the run, wide open. He had a few. The game against the Cleveland Browns, he made one of the best catches of the year over two defenders who were a pass that you would have never thought Caleb would have threw or any quarterback would throw, but he put that on the dot. DJ Moore came up out that jam with the touchdown.
Yes, sir. Yes,
He was
sir.
big. He was big for us when we needed him, and that's why I was like, I wanted to keep him. Like I wanted to have a three-headed monster with him, Rome, and Luther. But
But we can still have it, bro, with Rome, Loveland, Komet, or
that's the
Luther,
thing. Like
whoever it is. We got they there.
that's the thing. Like we got options where it's like you still Colson Loveland only gonna go up. Like if he once he started really getting going,
Yes, sir.
because he took like a half a season really to get like healthy, and then also figure out how he was gonna be. But once he broke open against that Cincinnati game, he took off everything. He was a go-to guy. So Colson Loveland,
And I don't know what it is with Caleb, but it's like for him, it's different games. It's like you ever pay attention? It's like maybe a two or three stretch with certain receivers where it's like, all right, I'm going to you.
yeah.
All right, big fella, let's see what you got. All right, Ron, let's see what you got. All right, Luther, let's see what you got. All right, Walker, let's see what you got over here. It's like he's paying attention to certain guys, or it's like those are the guys who are just showing up the most during that point in time to me. It's like maybe there is a DJ Moore that you're looking for, or Roma Dunze that you're looking for, and we specifically know that he's looking for this guy. But when that's not there, it seems like to me that he's found that second option or that third option when those routes break down. He has he has to hurry out the pocket and he has to get on his boogie. He has a boogie on his 1 and 2. He has to go down the field, and it seems like he's found guys, to make up plays for him, which we need for any wide receiver, tight end, running back, whoever you are on the Bears, man. When them plays break down, your job is to know that that play is broken down and get your ass open and get some passes, get that 5 to 10 yards that we need down the field, which y'all already know. Y'all already know that, but I'm not. I'm with you. I ain't gonna pour out a little liquor. I'll take another sip. Cheers to that, brother. I'll take a sip for that guy. Good old beer. Love a good old beer, man. But at the same time, you know, I'm looking forward to the Bears doing something. Yeah, I ain't gonna diss him because he did well while he was here, man.
No.
Um,
I mean, they had questionable moments where he did feel like they feel like he didn't play all the way through on some plays or whatever. But the thing is, he played all 17 games last year, so even if he was hurt or injured at some point, he got through it, played through it, and showed grit to me. Like, all right, that's a month that's willing to put his body on the line no matter what. That's why they
mhm.
called him Wolverine. Like he was just tough and just strong, and like he was like a running back in a receiver body, basically, or play like a receiver,
Big
for the back.
dude, big dude. But and then when you look at the receiver core for the Bears, all them guys are 6 feet or 6 feet 1. Like those are not. Roma Dunze is 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, there ain't no
I think
short.
Luther Head was like 6'1" as well. So even if he's not 6'1", he's like 5'11", 5'10". Because with certain guys, they giving them 2 inches or whatever it is. If they're
Yeah.
not a true 6 feet. So we know that, but. having guys that can actually get downfield and fly with the ball and catch passes in the slot or whatever it is that we need, man. It's a beautiful thing. Having two running backs, thunder and lightning. When you're talking about the running back core that we have in Guy and Swift, having those two guys that can hit you from different pressure points or different angles on the field. One guy can be a cowbell back, and the other guy, if you open up a lane just enough, he can get through the and he can be out of there and he'll hurt you. Having that and having a name Swift is dope too. By the way, I mean the man is right there. Like let's get that guy on the right road, man, and make him one of those guys that end up in the Hall of Fame for the Bears. Because I heard him say, or no, I didn't hear him say. I saw the posting where he wants to retire a Bears player, a Bears running back. So hopefully he got the right people around him that can help him produce and be that running back for the Bears. But there are enough weapons on the Bears, man. They should be all right moving forward. You know what I mean? So DJ Moore, salute you, man. You will be missed over here. You did a hell of a job. But now is I think it's his time
You know what I'm
over
saying? He
there
good.
in that AFC to really prove that he really is that dude and he can be a number one wide receiver for one of the best quarterbacks in the game today. You have a 6'5", 250-pound quarterback, or probably more than that. He probably weighs like 260. Get the way he be moving. Like, dude is not 240. He got to be 250, 260. But you have a really big quarterback in there, and he gonna dot you. He gonna dot you every time down the field. There are no other. Do they have a second option bigger than him
Bigger than him.
in Buffalo?
Not technically now. Like I mean, you got Shakir, who's a great like second guy, like
Mm-hmm.
all around slot. He'll get open anywhere he wants to and make some plays. But Keon Coleman probably like 6'1", 6'2", but he's skinny. Smaller frame.
Small
But
dude, like 185 or something like that. A real small dude.
yeah, probably something like that, 190 or whatever. But I mean, he will be automatically number one receiver in that receiving core. Then you got
Okay.
Shakur, and then you got Keon Coleman, which
Yeah.
could be a solid little group if they,
That's a solid group. You right.
if Keon Coleman step his game up and like take it serious. I know what the GM and the president said over the summer, like this over the off season, can be alarming. Like, man, I don't know if I would want to play for him for this type of GM and coach like
Mm-hmm.
that. Well, this is a new coach they have now, but like GM like that's kind of dicey right there. So we'll see if he, either take the high road and just, get work on his game, get better, and become that guy that they drafted, or maybe he try to get up out of there. But he definitely take some pressure off Josh Allen for sure, and the running.
Man, to anybody who ever wanted to be that guy, if you ever wanted to be the head nigga in charge, if you ever wanted to be on top of shit, if you ever wanted to be the guy that come out and shine and do and be the guy that get all the passes, always watch what you say because you never know when the time gonna come when it's gonna be your time to shine, and God gonna or the universe, Allah, whatever it is that you believe in, will present you with the opportunity to shine and display your talent and its full capability. So I don't know if DJ Moore wanted that. But now you got one of the coldest, if not like the top three to the top five quarterback, throwing you the ball, throwing you lasers, throwing you dots, throwing you bullets, and he gonna be looking for you. And it all depends on if you know how to gel with that dude, if you know how to be his second hand or his right hand man outside of his offensive line and go down the field and lead those guys and be the guy that he can go to and lead by example on the field. Because now's the time to prove that you that dude. And I want to see DJ Moore get paid and ball the fuck out. Like I want to see all these guys. I want to see Luther Burden do the same. I want to see Roma Dunze do the same. I want to see Swift and Munungai get that type of production on the Bears. Hell, I want to see Caleb Williams, 18, 1-8. I want to see you be one of the coldest quarterbacks to ever go down in the history of the game for the
Yeah,
Chicago Football Bears organization. And it's all in y'all hands now, man. Y'all got the look. People gonna be paying attention to y'all from this point on. It's really on y'all, man. So welcome to the podcast. Salute to everybody. A lot of people, were a little bit sad, or they were expecting that the Bears will move on past this guy. Well, not a lot, but some of us were expecting that to happen. So here we are.
yeah. Like I mean, with the Bears, like we knew there was a chance with like after like how the season ended and the money he was making like that, he might have been an odd man out, and like the way the season was just going, like. took him a minute to really get going for the team.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of figured he might be the odd man out, but it's still kind of like sad. Like, damn, we actually getting rid of him. Like, I really want that three-headed monster, or, four-headed monster of on that offense. But it's some sacrifice you got to make to build this team all around better. And I know there's some spots on this team that we really need to get better. One of those was we obviously lost our starting center, Drew Dalman.
Ah,
He
don't
retired,
do that to me, man.
and
You're
then
bringing it back up, man.
no, it's just I'm getting all around it. Then the left tackle, who are our rookie off the left tackle, Ozzy Trapillo got hurt in the playoffs. He's gonna be out most of the year, so we need to get that line right back where it's where it was last year. Then
Mm-hmm.
on the defensive end, the line we need to
Mm-hmm.
get better in the trenches, period, altogether. And then we got a lot of safeties on free agency. We got a few people like missing. So I mean, on free agency, so like we got to kind of like recoup and recover and can re-add that depth. But we are dropping a few players. We released Tremaine Edmonds. It's Chicago, yeah. We're gonna remember him for that really just saying represent Chicago every game. Talking about this, it's Chicago, nigga. But obviously he couldn't say nigga on camera every time. So and that was the funny part about it. Is like all season he was saying it's Chicago, yeah. And everybody was like, hey man, we get to the Super Bowl and win, or we go to the Super Bowl. Period.
That's
We
that's
got
gonna be a thing.
he got to say the N words.
It's gonna be a thing.
And he
It's
was
gonna be a
balling.
thing.
And he was balling this shit before he got
Sad to
hurt.
see him go. So let me ask you this then. With that second round pick, right? It's second round or third round, whatever it may
Second
be.
round, yeah, like
What
60th,
do
number 60.
what's the biggest need that they need to address? Do you trade that pick away and trade down and get some guys? Because we from what they're saying, uh in the mock drafts or the drafts that they're doing on their own, the fantasy drafts that they're trying to have, they're saying it's going to be a couple quarterbacks that are going to go right, like three or four quarterbacks. And then they say it's going to be top with wide receivers in that draft as well. So are we sitting around waiting and we going offensive line, defensive line? Are we sitting around doing that, or are we saying let's trade that and go get somebody somewhere else, or pick up some veterans or something like that?
Well, I felt when we got the trade for number two, I thought we were setting up to trade for somebody else.
Mm,
Well, at least one particular person, out there, but that ain't work out. But right now, I feel like we should go defensive to draft this year. Last year we went offensive a little mainly. We should
mm-hmm,
go a little defensive this year. Get some linebackers, defensive ends, defensive tackles that's gonna come in, can make an impact as a rookie,
mm-hmm.
or trade for like another veteran that's up and coming, or pretty much proven, but not like we signed some guys last year that was unproven and like they thought was up and coming, and it didn't work out. So we need to go defensive. Try to get some starting, safeties
Mm.
or cornerbacks as well, and then with us losing Tremaine Edmonds, that opens up a linebacker spot. So I feel like we gotta definitely address that defensive side with that. And
So you want to draft on a safety side, or you want to go through the free agency market because they're gonna be young if you grab them out the draft too tall.
Well, we was able to check off one thing. We was able to replace our starting center. We actually traded for the New England Patriots starting center, Garrett Bradbury, which is
Mm.
crazy to me. We traded for him for a
They get
fifth
and they
round.
just gave him up
Yeah, we
for the
gave
fifth
him
round pick.
for a
Okay,
fifth round pick. Uh, I mean, he gave up 0 sacks last year, and he had 0 penalties, which is great to me. Like if you're not causing any problems or allowing sacks like that, that's a good start. And he helped lead this team to the Super Bowl, the Patriots last year.
that's a
And
fact. And they just let him go like that. That's crazy.
yeah, and then the year before that, he was on the Minnesota Vikings, who won 14 games with under Sam Darnold. So he helped lead Sam Darnold to be somewhat respectable quarterback that eventually became a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And then he led the England Patriots in his first year with the
So
Drake's
what's
May.
what's wrong with this dude then, bro?
It's like they basically trying.
Minnesota, New England. Now you come in here. You
That's
telling me
why
ain't nothing wrong with Buddy?
he just like on average, he probably like a decent running game blocker and decent passing game blocker. But like besides that, like he anchors the ship to me and just like as long as he don't allow no sacks and no penalties, clean keep the game clean, I'm straight. But he probably on average a average rushing and pass blocker. But Olin Kreutz, Chicago Bear, great O lineman, said he's similar to like Drew Dalman, who we just lost.
Mm,
So
okay.
I mean, they
Yeah,
would
Olin Cruz is legendary for the Bears, you know.
exactly. So if he say that, and then like Drew Dalman, had one of his better years with us, but like he wasn't like any spectacular, I guess like type player that they would consider top center like other centers are, but he did the job and he made our line one of the best lines this year. So I expect dude to come in. I trust in Ben Johnson. So if he see a player that he need or one that can help
Hey,
keep this line right,
I salute
anchor
it.
this, I rock with it.
I
So
salute it. And Ben Johnson, you have nothing but the utmost respect from a guy like me. Um, I'm not the biggest football guy, but I when I pay attention to what a guy is doing and I can see the work ethic and I can see the vision coming into fruition by the moves that he makes, not just talking, but delivering. And Ben Johnson don't get it on camera. He don't say a lot, but he's a man of few words, which is, you know, what most men of action I really like. I don't you don't hear a lot from guys that really know how to get out there and do what they supposed to do. They don't talk a lot unless they just like to hear themselves talk. All right, but from the moves that man has made to what he has going on now, Ben Johnson, I salute you for what you're doing. So I think that you're doing what you know to do, and I'm quite sure that you're sitting with Ryan Poles and whoever else it is that you need to talk to make sure that you get the guys that you need to be impactful and push this team ahead. I do not want to, and this is another reason why people would say, man, why don't you just go ahead and come on home, man, get you a jersey and start coming back to these games and
it,
bear
it
down
sound
with your brother.
it sound like you getting close, like you getting
Hey,
us a
my
little
only
bit.
thing is are they gonna allow him to do the best to be a winner
Mm-mm.
or just to be a gamer? Are we gonna be looking at a team that's just a gamer where they go out and they do what the Bears are doing and they start getting are they gonna be Dallas Cowboys or are they gonna be on the next level? Are they going to be deep into the playoffs, making playoffs runs? Are they just going to be in the first round and they going to get blasted up out of here? And we gonna be looking at a dope ass quarterback, who's getting paid 50, $60 million a year over and over and over again, and he can't even get to the first round or get out the first round. Are we gonna be looking at that, or are we gonna be on some winning shit, like some real winning shit? That's my only thing. That's why I said, I pump my brakes on things like that
Yeah.
because
It's valid,
I don't want,
especially with the
yeah.
history.
That's all I'm saying, bro. You know how I feel about that. I do not want to be sitting around going, yo, I'm rooting for them guys and going to hey, bro, big bro, hey, Keith, two talk, hey, everybody, this person, Ed, blah, 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 hey, let's go to this game, let's go to that game. I want to go this time. I'll put money down for it. I'll do this. What y'all need from me? I'll bring the beer, I'll bring this, I got the cigars, whatever it is. I don't want to do that, and it's just a effort just to pull fans and bring them into the games, and it's not real winning. Like I don't want to participate in that. So I'm all for them winning and I'm all for the success of the Bears, but I do believe, I do know, I do see that Ben Johnson is trying to change the culture and be a winner and add winning and to inspire the guys that's on the team to be a winning team and be a winning franchise. And so far, Ryan Poles, I see a salute to you too. And I forgot the brother's name that's above him because I saw you. You came to a certain office downtown, and I saw you. And one of the brothers that I work with recognized you. And you stopped, shook his hand, spoke to me, dapped us up, and you had a whole conversation with us outside while you were waiting to see a certain group of people in a certain building where I work in a vicinity. All right, so they were there. All that happened. McCaskey's, all that. So I salute them, and I can't wait to see what the Bears gonna do. But this looked like
Pass
it's
that
headed in the right,
goddamn.
huh?
They better pass that goddamn bill. I hope that's what you're talking about.
Hey, I don't know what they were doing. All I do is pay
Attention.
bills. That's all I do. That's all my job is to pay bills. That's all I know I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get out of everybody's way. All right, what you want to keep on talking about? What we gonna move on to, brother?
But like, I want to get back to answer your question. But what I
Mm,
feel like we should do with this little extra money that we got with all the releases and trades opening up, we should try to fill out that left tackle position through either free
ooh,
agency,
got to.
get that line right, and then we can spend some money on somebody like Trey Hendrickson that played for the Cincinnati Bengals, one of the better defensive linemen. He a little
Mm-hmm.
older. He a little older than Then most of them right now, like 31, something like that. But he still got some good years left in him. He was still
He do.
serviceable last year until he got
He
hurt.
do.
Oh, it's just Cincinnati. Just I don't know what they want to do with him. But plus he also played in Dennis Allen's defense with the Saints, so some familiarity. I think could be like kind of like how CJ was, where he came in and make impact because he know how to run that defense. So if we can get him and a left tackle, and they just focus on the draft with like to fill in the rest of the pieces, safety, cornerback, linebacker, um, another defensive tackle or a defensive end. So just young youth guys.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta did it last year. They ended up getting two great defensive players out of the draft in the first 2 3 rounds. So I think if we could hit like we did last year on our draft, which I think with Poles and Ben Johnson know what they want. Well, Ben
Mm-hmm.
Johnson for sure know what he wanted in his offense. That
Mm-hmm.
could be a good pickup. So,
If we could, would you go after a Max Crosby or a Miles Garrett? If the chance was there to grab one of those guys, would you do it?
well, thank you for transitioning right to my next topic because
Aha, we syncing up. We drinking up. Yeah, let's get to it.
the whole point of the trade, I thought the trade for DJ Moore to Buffalo Bills to free up some money and release Tremaine Edmonds, release more money to get Max Crosby. But guess what? Max Crosby is going to the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm.
It happened last night. He got traded
Max
to.
Crosby, you dirty mother lover, you. I knew it. I knew it was going to either be him going to Baltimore or another high powered team because he can't be wasting time, man. He can't be
Nah,
wasting time. But go ahead, finish what you're saying. Damn,
It
bro.
was just I thought the Bears really had a good chance of getting him. I thought the reason why we got that second round pick is to match it with our first round pick this year and trade either Tremaine Edmonds or somebody else or another pick for Max Crosby. But I'm not too mad because it's going to help Lamar Jackson. Like that's the only reason I'm like, all right. If anybody, it's Lamar.
It is.
If it was anybody on any other team, if it was any
Purple gang,
team,
bro. You know, like I ain't even mad. You going over there in the purple, so I ain't mad. Better than that black and silver bullshit. You out here
so
wearing and rocking, but
yeah. So
damn. And
shout
it's
out
not
to
in our division. It's not in our conference. So
exactly.
go over
That's
there
why I
and
was like,
ball the fuck out, man.
that's why I
Max
was like,
Crosby, go over there and do your thing.
as long as it wasn't the NFC North for sure, because I was hearing Detroit Lions were trying to get him to match
Oh, that
up
would have
with
been man
him
with
and him and Aiden
oh
Hutchinson. Would have
what
been that two white boys that
what
they would be killing niggas for real.
man, bro. Literally, they would have been balling the fuck out, having a good ass time over there. But I'm glad we broke that up. It would have been nice to see him in that. Was that a number 97 that he wear, 92 or something like that
Something like
wear?
that. Yeah, 98
Yeah,
or I don't
it
know.
don't
Well,
it
no,
don't matter. It don't
sweat
matter.
number 98, so he would have been like,
Yeah,
yeah, 92 or
yeah.
something.
He'd have been cold as fuck no matter what number he would have been wearing. You know,
Oh
he'd
yeah.
have been dope.
But the thing
Been
is, like,
dope.
I think if they traded him for two first round picks, like this year's and next year.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I necessarily didn't want to do that because we just got our draft picks back right from the last trade that we did for Khalil
Mm-hmm.
Mack and
Mm-hmm.
like traded away some people. But I mean, it would have been nice to have him on that team though. But
It would have,
but
but
he about to go to Baltimore and he about to turn to the real nigga that he is.
he
That's
really
all.
is. He really is. He about to eat good in every sense of the word, and he about to ball the hell out. You know what I mean? So salute to Max Crosby and getting on into the destination of the Baltimore Ravens, which I said would be a best option. I've been saying that if it ain't us, go somewhere where they're winning. You know what I mean? Go somewhere where you know that they're gonna be in contention to win. And hopefully, that purple squad, they have a healthy quarterback coming back to them, and they have a great season as well. Not in our conference, not in our division or anything like that. So I want to see them win as well. Max Crosby going out there is a plus for them, and it puts them in prime to have a way better defense than they do. And it also says that they're trying to win right away. Like they're really trying to push the envelope and win. So for as much as they can do on a defensive end, it also means that the the offense, and I ain't gonna say his name, but you got to start showing up, my G. Come back healthy. I don't know how healthy you can get in the off season in the next 2 or 3 months or whatever it is, because I know some of y'all go right into training camp, which you shouldn't. From what I understand about sports and health and recovery, you have to give your body some downtime to recover from all the injuries that it has sustained throughout the course of a season. For you guys, it's football. So that's 18 games or 19 games, depending on how many that you may play. So you guys need a recovery time, especially if you didn't make the playoffs. You had your recovery time already. But if you didn't make the playoffs, your recovery time ended or is about to end in a couple weeks or in a couple months, and then y'all get back to it. So hopefully everybody can recover and get your bones back healthy, and then start to strengthen your muscles and make a push and come back into that season not just healthy but strong, and then you can get ready for another season of football. Man, salute to everybody that plays football now in the past, and that we'll do it in the future. I know it's a hell of a game. I work with somebody, brother Lou. We talk about it from time to time about playing football, and it's a wreck. It's a wreck of a sport. You know, you're really physically applying yourself to a sport, and you're giving yourself up. And I told him, not only are you courageous when you're doing that, but you have to be dumb and brave to do it as well, because you are giving up your body, whether it be in a football sense or whether it be in a martial art, boxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, whatever it is, you're giving up your body and you're sacrificing your body to make sense of what you believe in, if I can put it that way. So salute to everybody that play football, man. It's a crazy and dangerous sport, man, and God bless those past, present, and future. Bang
Yeah.
bang.
That's funny you said because like just I saw a video recently that was it Puka Nakua and Cooper Rush was already back practicing, getting in training, for football season. And like, bro, y'all was just in the Super Bowl and NFC Championship game. Like that was like 2, 3 weeks ago. Like literally,
Literally was.
like y'all should definitely need to get some rest. And Shannon Sharp was like, man, y'all need to get some rest. Like at least take a month off or something. Like, and I feel like definitely get your body right. Like if you want to have a
Get your
long
body healed.
career. Let it heal, and then like around March, April, start getting into the flow when around draft time and like when they go do early OTAs and stuff. So yeah, man. Like those teams, like they I can see like teams that didn't make the playoffs, and like all right, you probably trying to ramp it up a little bit or stay in shape, but
Yeah, but that's all it is. For some of them, they could be just trying to gear up and get themselves in shape so they don't sit around. Because some of them, they just like regular guys. Some of them, man, like in the off season, they already know I'm gonna go train, I'm gonna go work out and everything. But I know I'm gonna do that. But in the midst of that, instead of just sitting around not doing nothing, let me just gear up and keep myself active, and let me learn these routes. Let me learn these plays. Let me be fully capable heading into the off season or the OTAs or whatever it is. Let me make sure that I'm working my body out. And they may not be doing things into physical exertion, but they probably are just getting themselves together to make sure that like they're staying on course and making sure that they're ahead of schedule. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I call it the pre-camp before camp. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll explain it like this: Bud Crawford and Shakur Stevenson are infamous for that, especially Bud. When he know that he has a fight, and it's so let's say it's March now. So if he knows that he has a fight in August,
mhm.
Bud does a pre-camp before his actual camp starts. So the
Right.
pre-camp is, hey, how long have you been out? I've been out for the last 7 months, 5 months, whatever it may be, right? All right, so we need to get you geared up and get your body used to working out, right? So they get the body used to working out and doing these routines. And then once the camp start, is like, all right, so what's your weight right now? I'm at 160 or whatever it is. All right, so you need to get down to 150. You need to get down to 147. All right, cool. So throughout the camp, we're gonna cut your portions down and everything, and you'll be on target to make your weight correctly, and we'll have portion size and portion control, and then
Mhm.
we'll make sure that you have the correct workouts. And then once you peak, we'll make sure that you have a peak at a certain point, and then we'll dial it back. Once we know that you're peaking, as we get closer to the fight, we'll make sure
Yeah.
that we keep you there. We don't want you to peak and then try to push you over that peak. We want you to peak, and then we're gonna bring you back down, and then we'll let you peak again going into like that week before the actual fight. And then the week of the fight, you probably have one more session where they see if you're still there, and then after that it's like rest and relaxation. So that's all. That's how I see it from a guy that likes boxing and prefers boxing, or from me running track.
Huh.
That's all. Yeah, I did the track, man. Crazy. I
No, I
was
thought you
crazy on
said
the
you run a
crazy
train.
on
I'm like, you been running a train on some hose or something. Like, okay, all right.
running trains on the hose.
I was like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay. But yeah, run a track. Got you.
No,
I can see that.
man.
I can see that.
No. Me and two women is fine, but I wouldn't run a train on no woman, man.
Nah,
Me and
yeah,
two women,
that
I
would be
would
my forte.
perform. Yeah, I would perform. I would
Hey,
do the
Jack,
best.
I'm
Yeah.
next.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, you're it. All right. Let me put my pants up and let the next guy come in here and do that. I'm not doing nothing like that, bro.
Yeah.
But I prefer a situation where it's me and two women. You know, I'm not denying that. You know, like I prefer that.
Cool, cool. You like to
You
get the
know.
train, ran on him by two bitches. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
well, I don't want to say that because that also sounds like a
No, yeah.
situation where I'm not in control or I'm participating against my will. But
Oh, what's that? I gotta go.
but yeah, no, yeah. But in a situation where it's me and two women that I
My bad.
prefer, you know what I mean? I like, yeah,
Throwing
definitely.
you off.
But no, we good, man. I just want to make sure that people understand. Like for running track and everything, like there's a sessions during the summer. But once track stops, where they say, "Hey, meet us back here." In July or August, Coach, I'm on vacation. They're on vacation. You're not.
Hmm.
They're on vacation. You're not. So I'm the kid that y'all probably saw running around the court. I mean not the court, running around the park. I was barefooted sometimes because I was running out my shoes. I was running out my socks because I was running so damn hard. Or I was just so damn fast, or whatever whatever you may want to think. But
Did you love it
yeah,
like when you was doing it? Like, did you love running, or was it just like one of those like I know I can like do
you
it,
want to know
break the
what the
shake?
thing about track for me was there was a brother Moses, the brother Tim, and the brother Carl. And they were fast. All right. And they were always the leaders of the pack.
Hmm.
But watching them, you could say, now remember they're cross country. They do all the long distance stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. Like everything I want to do was short bursts so I could get to where I
Hmm.
was going, like 100
Right.
meters, 200 meters. But watching them and trying to keep up with them, I did a decent job keeping up with those guys, especially when they pushed it and they said, "Hey, we just testing you right now. Like when we get ready to, we gonna start pushing it." That was the thing that motivated me. It was like, "Oh shit,
Y'all not even.
y'all not even trying, so y'all can go harder." Oh, but they would let me know, like, "Hey, like you can do better." They were never like demeaning or anything. There was never
Yeah,
no
yeah.
no 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 lame
No.
ass shit,
Yeah.
right? Because they were leaders, right? So the natural thing for them to do was to say, "Hey, we know that you're not going for the 4x400 or 4x100 or whatever it is, but we want you to be able to keep up with us. So if you're more than half a block behind, we know that you can't keep up."
Right.
And they said, "We don't look back at who's behind us. We pay attention to the footsteps." So when they would cross the finish line, if they didn't hit on footsteps, pop, 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 then they knew that they were alone.
Yeah.
And you always wanted to be within a certain distance of them when they would cross the line or whatever it is. So I enjoyed that, bro. I think the thing about track to me was not just about having that burst and having that the ability to be fluid and be like lightning, but it was the other thing of making sure that your win, bro, was big, like making sure it was astronomical so you could do more, right? Because after we were done training outside, winter, hell, or rain, sleet, snow, hell, whatever it is, no matter how cold it is, you going inside or you going over here and you're lifting weights, and there's still things for us to do, bro.
Yeah.
So I like that because it was always and in any sport they're doing this. They're pushing the limits. They're testing the limits of your body to see where you are. And then it would switch from that to I would be hanging out with one of the brothers from the neighborhood and we would do weightlifting. He
Hmm.
said, "Let's find out how strong you are." And then I would lift a certain weight. He was like, "Damn, you can do that." I was like, "Yeah." And
Yeah.
then I would do it. Yeah, I would just do it because he would just say, "Yo, you need to do this." And if I couldn't do it, he would take some of the weight off of me to make sure that I could do what I was supposed to do. So once I was doing what I was supposed to do, boom, he would move me back into a different weight. That man worked me out so hard one time, man, my whole body was sore. He was like, "But it's supposed to be." He's like, "I'm trying to exhaust the body so your muscles know how to recuperate."
Hmm.
Right?
Okay.
And we did, bro. We would get access to a gym sometime on a Saturday and I would work out with him. And then from there, I would go play basketball, or I would go and do boxing. So with boxing, I don't need weights necessarily. Everything is about repetition. Everything is about getting your body adjusted to speed and strength and coordination and making sure that you got your time and your balance on point. And it was all this different stuff that was going on. So I would like to think that track is integral for anybody that plays basketball, anybody that plays tennis, or any sport. I think it's integral for anybody that plays any sport to get out there and run track because you need the endurance.
Yeah, that's why I said I wish I was gotten the track or liked it at some point where I could have played. I feel like I would have been excelled more in basketball or been in shape more for it, and just other sports too. Like if I would have played football or whatever, I would just feel like the running part wouldn't have been as hard. But I feel like you either gotta love it or unless you just like that gifted where like people are, all right, you gotta try. You that strong. You that.
At that time, I'll say this too with track because the park that I was running around was almost a full mile. And
Hmm.
I'll say that from running around that track or going over on 83rd or 81st Street and running around that track as well. Running those laps, you lose sight of everything else. Like you literally, for me, I would get tunnel vision. I would be focusing on my breath and hearing my breath. And they was always say, hey, you need to be able to control your breath. If you can't control your breath, you can't control how far you can run. If you can't control your wind, if you can't gain control of your wind, then you can't control how far you can go or what you can do. And it would they will always say if you did this today or you did that tomorrow or this week, next week you should be able to do more. And it was necessary that you couldn't do it, but they were asking you to just push yourself a little bit, right? Just push yourself a little bit, and we'll see. We can go from there and see what we can do. And then with the boxing and the basketball, when I'm doing the boxing and basketball, you got the people who are over the field house and over the park district in that particular area. They
Hmm.
tell them, hey, this dude got an anger problem. We probably want to get him out of here and send him to Washington Park or Lindblom Park and let him go over there and box because he fast but he nice with his hands. Like we just saw him fight them guys in the middle of the street by himself and he didn't back down for nobody. Yo, you should probably go over there and box. And if he's still alive, God bless you. If you ain't alive, God bless you. May God be pleased with your works on this earth, brother Ali, Muhammad Ali. He know who he is. And I'm not talking about the Muhammad Ali. I'm talking about the one that was over the Park District where I was. So he was one of the ones that preferred me to boxing and push for it. And he told my mother, like, you are missing out. And he would get loud to my mother, like, you missing out on this kid. Like that, your son got hands. Like the boy is really talented. So and they used to argue back and forth. Like I don't want him out here punching, and I don't want
Hmm.
him out here hurting people because he already got a problem. She say, and he would tell her like, no, they got the problem. He know what to do. Like whatever it is in him, you need to let him fan that. You need to fan that fire and let him go do it. You know what I mean? So
Besides that, yep.
yeah, so he was instrumental in that and everything like that. But I don't know how we got off into that and me talking about my personal life, but that's just one of those things, man. But fuck it, man. We back to the football. Purple.
But yeah,
I don't know.
I just think with cause like the Ravens, they had the second to last worst pass rush, so Max Crosby gonna help change that for sure. But the thing is, like, they got on all three levels, they have a top five player. You got Kyle Hamilton at the safety, you got Roquan Smith at the linebacker, and now Max Crosby on the defensive end. And you're gonna get back this dude. He was like one of their leaders on the defense last year, but he was hurt this year. I want to say Matabuke. I could be pronouncing his name wrong. Um, he was hurt this year, and it showed in the defense like he was missed because he was like considered one of the better defensive tackles in the league the year before.
Mm.
But that's the thing. That's my thing. Is like the Ravens they got a new coach Todd Monken who's more defensive minded. Let's see if that hopefully he could bring that his type of mentality, defensive mentality, help them get better with those players. But I honestly think they still need to get Lamar Jackson help on a receiver end. They need to get a number one receiver. I thought with Zay Flowers,
I don't think that's the guy.
he could be a great number two. It's
I
just
don't think that's the guy. I think you need a guy that's 6'1", 6'2", that's a real big threat going down the field or in any locale. A receiver that knows the tree, that knows a wide receiver tree, and he can make a play out of nothing. You know what I mean? You need one of those. To me, LJ. You don't have that, and you need one of those guys. And until you get one of those guys, that's gonna be another thing. But I also like the fact that you got number 89. What's my man name? The tight end.
For the
Was it Mark?
I think if you're talking about likely, or you
No, I
talking
already
about
know about Likely.
Mark,
Likely
Mark,
is dope, but
Mark
I would be
Andrews?
Andrews, Mark Andrews, and Likely. I would be using them so much more since I don't have that guy. And yeah, Zay Flowers is small and he can fly downfield, but everybody ain't gonna be Tyreek Hill. There's no reason to ever try and reinvent the wheel on a guy like that. There's only one Tyreek Hill, and there's only one guy that can do that. So I would definitely. It would have been nice to see an AJ Brown over there, or even having DeAndre Hopkins, even though he's an older wide receiver. They should have used him more.
It's he too old now. It's like it ain't.
I mean, I would have been using him, bro. I
They
understand.
use him.
I get
They
it, but I would
they
have
use him
used
in the
him,
end
bro.
zone, like the red zone for
Mm-mm.
sure.
Man, ain't no
But
way I would not
he
have that guy on the team and not use him, fam.
age Father Time caught up with him. Like he ain't getting the same separation like he used to. He not that deep threat like he used to be. So
He ain't
like,
got to be a deep threat, but
but
it's some shit that he can
a,
do out there.
he could be a solid third or fourth guy for a good team now. But I'm just saying, like, if you're looking for
But
him to be the main guy,
and I hear that, but when you playing for Baltimore and ain't really nothing else going
that,
out there as far as the wide receivers, I'd have been dotting his ass, man. Hey, whether it's 7 yard passes or 15 yards, bitch, I'm going to you. Get ready to get open because these motherfuckers is flying your way, goddamn it. But again, I don't think it's Zay Flowers, bro. And I think we agree on that. But I think they need to start looking at that situation and going, all right, we either need to draft a guy or we need to find somebody that we can trade for to get over here.
yeah, I think you got options out there. You know, AJ Brown is one. I mean, they saying that he can go to New England because he loved New England Patriots. He growing up, I guess he loved them.
Blah.
But I can see him in the purple and the black. I can see low key Mike Evans if he leave Tampa Bay. He a free agent, so if he leave that, you know, he getting older and he not as young as he used to, but he's still serviceable. I think a little bit more than DeAndre Hopkins is right now, but
I
he
hear
could
you.
come in there. I just hate that when Lamar gets these receivers, like these, they kind of washed up or older by the time he get them. So
And
it's
that's
like
not what you
if he
want.
if he get a young guy in his prime or help create one, like Zay Flowers is, you help create one, but he's not there yet. And he kind of showed in the playoffs or the regular season, the last couple games where he just started fumbling the ball. You know, you kept going to him. He was going to him. He was catching these balls, but he will cough up the ball here and there because he's a
I don't
smaller
think
guy.
he's ever gonna be that dude. And there's no disrespect to Zay Flowers. Everybody know I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody successful. If you heard the brother J
He could be
Dub on my podcast, I want to see everybody eat and I want to see everybody win.
he could be a great number three or a good number two,
But
just
I
not a
don't
number
see
one
you
guy.
number as number one. No sir. No sir. If there was a chance that Mike Evans say I don't want to retire a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and he could get over there and help them do that, then that is a possibility that you would have. But I think that you would want to go with a guy that you know is going to be a proven guy and he can produce for you. That is all that the brother is missing on that Ravens team. If I'm lying, I'm flying. But I do think that Lamar needs an actual real wide receiver, and he doesn't have one, bro. No matter how they dress these guys up and put them in that position, he
Look,
don't have it. And if again, like I said, if it's me and I know I got two tight ends, I'm beating y'all asses up going downfield. I'm sorry. Like I'm
look,
beating y'all the fuck up over the middle or whatever it is that I know I can make it safe for y'all. If I can dot y'all going across the middle or a safe route, the safest route possible, I'm using them up to their fullest capability because I know once I'm dotting them, that linebacker shit gonna get fucked up, and that leaves a space for my running back to get loose, and I can cut loose and boogie woogie with him too. I don't know that much about football, but from what I'm seeing, that's just the shit that I would be doing. Maybe I got it fucked up. So
hey, look what they just did for your boy Josh Allen. They just gave him DJ Moore. So like, and that what they were saying. You know, Josh Allen needs somebody else, especially on their offense. So I mean,
and to be sitting over there on Keon Coleman and Shakir, you got a couple already over there. Now you got another guy that can do it,
that's
and
what
you
I'm
got
saying. Like,
Cook out the backfield.
they gotta get Lamar one. Like, so Lamar, you need that. Like, yeah, you just got Max Crosby. That's gonna be great for y'all defense. But I ain't seen it where they got a bunch of players, great players on one team, and it didn't work out because they just focused on one side to the other, on both sides. You probably need to get a better alignment. Who knows? But I
Mm-hmm.
think they starting center Tyler Lindstrom or some one of the biggest guys out there name wise or best players, he might be
Hmm.
leaving if they don't re-sign him. So like you might be losing pieces while you gaining a big piece. And I can see where this it could not work out for this team just
It
getting Max
should.
Crosby.
It
So it's
should.
like get him a receiver, man. Open up that running game for my boy
But besides AJ
King
Brown,
Henry.
who's available?
Mike Evans is going to be a free agent. AJ Brown. Who else? I just had somebody else in my mind. I mean, Keenan Allen will be free agent. I think he only signed 1 year with Charger. Um,
Keenan Allen, that might be a good look for you over there, unless you don't want to be the number one guy. But if you still want to be number one, I think that's an open position for him. He probably won't get a big contract though.
but no, probably not now. But you can still he still serves. He was good for the Chargers last year coming back.
100%.
He was
Yep.
good for solid for us for a
Absolutely.
messed up offense that we had. So
Absolutely.
there's a couple of the players out there you could probably think of that you could probably snag away from somebody, or depending on who they what they draft plans to be, and let somebody go. Oh yeah, Brian Thomas. It seems to be on the verge. It might be
Brian
leaving
Thomas.
Jacksonville. Yeah, from
Okay.
Jacksonville. He young.
Okay.
That's what you need. A 6'2", 6'3" receiver.
You gotta get it.
He had 1,000 yards a year before his rookie year. He got kind of like bumped out this year with Jacksonville, but he a
Never
solid
signed.
receiver. A solid receiver. Like that's what they need to get. If they can get Brian Thomas somehow with Lamar Jackson, King Henry, Mark Andrews,
That's
and
all
then
you need.
Zay Flowers, and then that defense,
See, and people are probably people
I
in
just
the
fix y'all
Baltimore
problems.
area, yeah, they probably gonna like, man, y'all hating. It don't matter if we hating or not. Yeah, even if the people on the team saying that we hating, man, y'all see y'all team, y'all know what's going on over there. Y'all know that motherfucker. Y'all know he decent. Y'all know Zay Flowers is a decent dude. Y'all know he can play. But imagine having an actual wide receiver that can go downfield and catch the ball to do the 7 or 10s or 15s or 22 yard pass passing yards. And then you got Zay Flowers following behind him. He ain't got to come out the backfield and do all these uh, wildcat
Exactly.
plays and all this other crazy stuff. And he can just fly and get open. Then y'all set. Y'all offense is opening up, and now it's more trouble. Now y'all offensively sound, and then y'all got y'all defense sound. So now you got a guy that can help y'all get the ball down the field and close these games out the way that they supposed to be closed
Exactly.
out, bruh.
That way
Like
you ain't got that way
y'all
you
ain't
ain't got
got.
to rely on the my bad.
No, go ahead, keep going. You
That,
just
that
about to
way
say
y'all
what
ain't
I'm
got to
about to
rely
say.
on y'all ain't got to rely on a missed field goal that y'all had against Pittsburgh or last year. Isaiah likely Mark Andrews drop a game winning touchdown against the Bills in the playoffs. Like if you had a number one receiver to get y'all down the field before that in better position, you
You
might as
good
well.
to
You
go.
don't need Lamar to be Superman. Like you don't need him to be Spider Man. That's what Josh. That's what happened to Josh. So what happened to Josh last in the playoffs? Four interceptions, a fumble, trying to do everything. But you need a team, you need a great team all around.
You need to be reserving Lamar Jackson as much as possible.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of him being a quarterback. Yo, he going and we already know this. Game changer or game manager. We know he's a game changer. But you need to reserve him as much as possible. So he's doing what he needs to do when it's actually time. And when he was dotting y'all was dropping it. Or he's dotting y'all, and it was getting intercepted, whatever it was. And some of it is Lamar's fault for making the bad play at the last minute and not making the right choice or not just throwing the ball out of bounds, whatever it is. You know, we guys struggle with that. But having a guy that he know that he can go to and that can get open and make those plays for him, it will settle Lamar, and Lamar can do a little bit more out there on the field. So I would love to see someone go over there and help Lamar out and be a key component to helping them win. But only time will tell. I love that purple squad. Everybody knows that. I'm big on that purple squad. Color's my that's my favorite color right there. You know, that's the color of royalty. So
That Erman
um,
and German color, baby.
you know, you understand what Erman and German get, you know,
That cute.
big bibble yipple snip,
Yep.
you know. So, you know, I want them to do well out there, but a part of me just something in my head just said fuck everybody but the Bears. So I just had to say that because it's something that's going off in my head telling me to say that. But
Yeah.
you know, um,
Bear fuck down.
yeah, better fuck down the Chicago Bears, bitch. We in this hole, Joe. You understand me?
Yeah, so that's it for the Bears on that
Oh,
end.
and let me say this too while we on the subject of that. I can say this at any motherfucking time. Chicago ain't like no other city out there ever in the world in America or anywhere else. So when y'all say that we the second city, this, that, and the third, man, if you ever paid attention to the niggas on the internet and a couple brothers from here that are really representing Dilla, Six Figure Dilla, and everybody else that's representing from Chicago, everything dope about this motherfucker comes from Chicago. So stop fucking around and stop playing with us, man.
Yeah,
Stop playing around because this city really been representing and holding this motherfucker down for a very long fucking time. Very
yeah,
long fucking time, man. This town really represented, man. Upside down, sideways, back and forth, through and through, man. We really been representing and putting on for a very long fucking time. And there's no disrespect to nobody else and they shit. But stop calling us, you know what I'm saying that we not this and we not that. When y'all know that when y'all come here, y'all be coming here under the tourist assumption like y'all really know shit and y'all don't. Y'all don't be coming here getting to know the town and knowing the real people. Y'all be downtown. Y'all don't really know where to go. Y'all be getting tourist attractions. That's where they be telling y'all where to go. Y'all don't know where to go. When y'all go to pizza, when y'all go for pizza, we hear the same shit all the time. As a matter of fact, Keith, didn't we not have a whole argument when someone asked us where to go to get pizza?
yeah.
One day, like a year or two ago, someone was asking us. I said, "Yo, if you downtown, you should go here." And they said, "What's the best pizza?" I'm thinking, cause they tourists, we downtown. He's like, "Yo, what pizza do you eat?" And he was like, "Nigga, what pizza do you eat?" I said, "I eat Italian Fiesta." They ain't going over there to get that. And they
Nah,
said, "Wait a minute, goddamn, we'll go." I was like, "Shit, we didn't go over on the south side. Go to Italian Fiesta. Come out south, come holler at us." You know what I'm saying? Downtown is Giordano's, Illuminati's, and all that other shit. But if you coming out south, you know what I'm saying? If you want another piece of home run in, if you want to make that trip out west or in the west suburbs or whatever it is, go
yep.
to home run in. But Reggie's or Reggio's, whatever you want to call it, Italian Fiesta, that's the real shit. But anyway, my bad, bro. I just had to say that type of shit.
He
And
stabbed
fuck
on
these
you.
niggas, man. Fuck these niggas, man. Chicago is the
Yeah.
dopest city. Yeah, Chicago is the dopest motherfucking city there is. And we got the best downtown in this bitch. Ain't nobody got a better downtown than us. Y'all downtowns are trash. New York, y'all shit so fucking lit up, niggas can't even go to sleep. Vegas, that shit so fucking lit up, y'all can't even go to sleep. Y'all ain't got no real downtown. New York don't even got no motherfucking alleys, bro. Y'all put your trash out on the streets. That place stinks, man. It smells bad. I don't even know why they call it Chicago. Cause y'all stink. That shit stinks. That shit is terrible out there, man. That shit terrible, man. But fuck all them. You know, I just wanted to say that and get that shit off my chest real quick, man. Bear down, ho.
Yes, sir. All right. Talk about the return last night. Your boy Jason Tatum, he came back this year.
Mm-hmm.
At first I was like, man, I don't know. I heard things that they say he's looking good. I was like, okay, he actually might play. And then, another couple weeks went by. They say he might not, but he returned last night on Friday against the motherfucking who they play last night. Anyway, don't matter. He came back.
He said it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Keep on
yeah,
talking. Keep going.
yeah, nice little return. I ain't gonna lie. It took him a minute to get his first couple points. It
Mm-hmm.
seemed like he was doing everything else, like trying to rebound, set the team up, assist. He looked good for a dude come off Achilles. What
They
he
played the Mavs last night, by the way.
Mavs? Yes, Cooper
It was
Flag.
it
Right,
was it
right.
was it was 120 to 100. That was the end score.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, yeah, man, he injured his Achilles last year in the playoffs. What in the second round or something like that? It's what basically been what
Mm-hmm.
ten
Mm-hmm.
months since
It was
then.
May, right? He got hurt in May or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah, May. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
May is what March now. That's pretty much what 10, 11 months away from
Mm-hmm.
getting hurt. And
Yeah,
usually those
they
injuries,
said he was ahead of schedule, but they wasn't gonna rush him back. So
yeah. So for the first game, from what I saw, with 15 points, he had 12 rebounds, which was impressive. 7 assists in 27 minutes. That's not bad. Like a dude coming off an injury like that, he looked good. Look, he was just trying, get his legs under him a little bit. Oh yeah, his first a dunk attempt, he sprayed that motherfucker, boink off the rim, boing. So you could definitely tell, oh yeah, he gotta get his legs up under him.
you
Yeah,
gotta trust them legs. You gotta trust that spring. Yep.
but he looked good off the, coming off, that injury right there. That's a tough injury to come back from. But he's still kind of young, so the recovery, I can see how it'd be a little bit quicker than most people.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a pretty good game in the win. You said, like you said, 120 to 100 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brown had 24 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. So, and that was the whole talk about like now
Go ahead, say it, cause go ahead, get good. Yeah, I know you're going. Go ahead, do it.
it's Tatum. Is he gonna take that back seat to Jalen Brown? And I was trying to say Jalen Brown is that guy for this team. Like this is the guy that won the MVP Finals a couple years ago when they won, and
Mm-hmm.
he, bro, there was one in the beginning of the season. They was one of the worst teams like record wise, and he literally crawled them out the basement into a number 2, 3 spot. So
Mm-hmm.
he won, and Melo got some flack for trying to put him on game. Some dude, the Jason Tatum's trainer, called him out on Twitter about this. Even though I'm like, even though what Melo said was just being him, just going, having done the same thing, having gone through it, and like being that guy when he should have accepted being the second guy instead of being trying to be the main guy all the time.
I'm gonna
So
say what I've been saying the entire time, but now I'm gonna back it up with facts from every other player around the NBA or the guys that have the podcast now. Jason Tatum is the centerpiece for the Boston Celtics. That's Jalen Brown's team. And I've been fucking saying that since Jalen Brown arrived on that team. It ain't no hype about the kid. The kid is solid. Everybody respects him. They know that he's smart. They know what he's trying to do in the league and outside of the league. It is very known what Jalen Brown is trying to do. There's no doubt about what he's trying to do. We know Jason Tatum is going out there and he's hooping at a very high level, and he makes it looks very good. 6'9", 6'10" guy, and he does a lot out there. He can put up a lot of points. But behind the scenes, I heard Paul Pierce, I heard KG, I heard on Gil's Arena, I heard on all these podcasts, 520. Everybody was saying the same thing that I've been saying this whole entire fucking time. Jason Tatum is dope. But that's Jalen Brown's fucking team, bro. It's
it,
always been his team. Ever
it,
since he got there, it's been his
it,
team.
it's the media trying to get that light skinned man to be that guy. It's a real nigga that's leading that team. They
They
both real niggas. Don't get me wrong, they both real niggas,
they
but
both are. But
yeah,
let's call it the way it is supposed to be. All right, and let's go all the way
cocky.
back. Not cocky, not confident. I want to set up the next Black Wall Street, and I don't just want to do it in Oklahoma. I want to do it right here in Boston. That's a real man. That's a black man telling y'all what he want to do, and he told y'all that, and he said it on TV for them to hear it. Like I'm not backing down from this. That's a black man telling y'all what he really want. They ain't like that. Oh, and he dark skinned, and he smart, and didn't he graduate from Stanford or some shit like that?
He went to yeah. He,
Something like that.
He ended up going to
Some shit. It don't even matter. And then he's been studying at
Cal. He went
MIT,
to Cal. He went to
whatever it
Cal.
is, and then study at MIT or whatever it is. His
Yeah,
credentials are
he
all
is
this
smart
different
shit
stuff.
though.
Yeah, he's very smart dude. Like he understands the game very well, and he's super duper smart. He understands math and all that shit pretty fucking well. Like there's no problem with that with the kid understanding what he's supposed to be doing. But ever since he came into the league, I've been telling people. I even told a dude I used to be hanging out with me and be kicking it with, yo, pay attention to what the kid is saying. This is not just a basketball player. He knows what he wants on the court and off the court, and he wants to see people succeed at a high level, not just on the court, but off the court. And because of that, oh, by the way, I can play basketball, but I'm not just an athlete like the dumb bitch. Sorry, the dumbass woman said about LeBron James, and she said you all just need to shut up and dribble. No, you dumb bitch. We're more than just basketball players. We can do more than dribble a ball. That's just the thing that gets us paid, and it's an avenue and a vehicle to make sure that we have generational wealth. But there's other things that some of us actually can do. We are impactful in our communities. We are activists. We are pioneers. We are martyrs in our neighborhood. We do these things. We do represent our neighborhoods and our communities in a different type of way. Y'all just don't want to hear about it. Y'all want to hear the NBA leads and the NBA cares, and we're taking care of that community. But those communities have nothing to do with where we actually come from. And that's the impact that that type of guy wants to have. And that's what he wants to do. And then you fast forward it from after that. What happens in the Olympics last year or 2 years ago? I'll remind you. Neither one of them niggas got playing time in those last few games during the Olympic run for the gold medal games, right?
Yeah,
Steve Kerr said, "I can't find any room for you guys on the team." Last year they was gonna spank y'all last, and I said that over and over again. I said them guys are not gonna forget that. Even now, as they heal up and they get themselves together, Jalen Brown got that in his mind. I'm telling you, from a nigga
yeah,
that know what that feel like for somebody to slight him, you're not ever gonna forget that. That's never going away. Never going away that you did that to me.
yeah. He was supposed to be on the team, wasn't he? They had
Jalen
them
Brown
bogus.
and Jason Tatum were both on that Olympic team. And they said, "Hey, we can't find room to put you guys on there, and give you guys 5 minutes or whatever it is."
No, it was like some like they Tatum ended up being on the team, but they had Tyrese Halliburton. Jalen Brown was supposed to be on that team, but something had happened. I forgot. I don't know if it was between like Nike or like some like one of those like
Oh
brands.
yeah, because he was choosing. I think Jalen Brown was choosing to step away from Nike and go with like Anta. Like he was having a whole. Oh no, his stance was I stand with Kyrie for him not wanting to be a Nike athlete. So if
Mhm.
Kyrie doesn't want to be a Nike athlete, fine, I'll drop him too. I won't wear nothing Nike. I won't be a Nike athlete. I'll go to Anta and I'll get my own shoe. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, so he should have been on that team, and he probably would have played too because his defensive capabilities play to
It's
be to
not
be a two-way player.
it's not disappearing from men like that who are not just intelligent and just athletes, but it's already in their psyche that I have to kill everything that told me it was going to destroy me.
Plus, they didn't want him to be on the USA team, being that real nigga on the team,
They
probably
didn't.
voicing
Neither one of
America's
them.
problems.
Neither
Yeah.
one of them. Neither one of them. Imagine them two dudes winning and then speaking on a social issue because you know somebody's going to bring it up when they won. Hey, how do you feel about what's going on in America right now? Hey, look what they just asked Wimby, what, 2 months ago, a month ago, what they just asked him about America and what's going on
Hmm.
over here in the violence. This is the most violent place on earth, bar none.
Yeah. I could definitely see
Australia
him.
has 1 to 2 murders every year. A friend of mine just went there a couple months ago. Sarah just went there. She said
Hmm.
they don't even have to use guns over there.
No.
I said that's because they're disciplined. They understand what it's like. And when if you need help, they get people help, bro. These are not violent places. It's America that's violent. America is built on violence, bro.
Yeah.
It's built on that. The people that invented all that did this stuff, they ain't invent nothing. They that did this shit, that created this whole wheel that we're living under, they were violent fucking people.
Yeah.
So when you look at a Jalen Brown, it's not they trust me when I say that they ain't forget this shit, man, and they not gonna forget. And when it's time for Jason Tatum to get back on that court, he gonna slowly integrate himself back into that game, and he gonna go, yo, my guy, you got it. Do what you supposed to do. I'm just here to support. If you need me to lock down a guy on the other end, I'll do that. If you need me to get 15 rebounds during the course of the game, I'll do that. But I am going out here and I am going to put up some points while I'm out here on this court for the 20 to 25 minutes that they have me on restriction because I did come off a major injury and I have to be very careful. But I do have to take care of my body. But whatever y'all need me to do, I'll do it. We all thought that in the beginning of the season, Boston Celtics would be at the bottom of the barrel. And Jason and Jalen Brown was like, I don't think so. Just because he left don't mean nothing. Like I still play here. I still average 25 points the entire time. I never drop. I've been solid this entire time.
Yeah. True. It sucks
And
down. So
all he did was tell the rest of them teammates, hey, everybody get it together. Everybody huddle up. Let's get this together because we about to do something that they don't think that we can do. And it's possible for us to do it. We just have to come together and play as a team. And everybody needs to acknowledge that you all are gonna get shots and you all are gonna get playing time. I'm just about to go out here and dominate, but I'm not gonna make a mess or a fire, a dumpster fire about it. I'm about to go in here and dominate while having you guys do it along with me. I'm gonna be that guy, and y'all gonna be right there with me, shoulder to shoulder, right there, right and left side. Y'all gonna go out here and walk these dogs with me.
yeah. So shout out to JB, Jalen Brown, the
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Seems like when you gain one player, you lose one. So with Jason
Mm-hmm.
Tatum coming back, Nikola Vucevic, I think he fractured his finger or thumb or something like that.
Damn,
He's gonna be out for the next month or so like that for
damn,
them.
just like that.
So when he come back, it'll be probably most likely playoff time. So just getting the herb, the groove. What the fuck is it? just getting the groove back
Mm-hmm.
with that
Mm-hmm.
team. It just like sucks that you lose another player that key on the bench for them. But uh, good luck with them. Welcome back, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown. Keep going on your MVP. Hopefully, MVP run that you can probably have if
Mm-hmm.
you close it out right and keep this team number
Mm-hmm.
two in the
The only
East.
other person I see being better than Jalen Brown right now for the MVP vote, Cade Cunningham, because of the hell of a job that he's doing over there in Detroit. Like he's doing a hell of a job. He's doing a bang up job over there in Detroit. Detroit is really winning. They're really putting on for the city and for the Eastern Conference. But the only knock on him is his ability to close out games. Like when he's not shooting the ball uh, at a
Well,
high level, can he produce and help? Can he help his teammates win and get them involved in the game? So that's the only knock that they're saying that he may have on him. But he'll figure it out. He's what, his second or third year, or
yeah.
is it more? So whatever it is,
This is like
he'll figure
this.
it
I
out.
believe it's fourth year, third,
He'll
fourth.
figure it out. He'll figure it. I don't think. Well, he's at the next level now, so he'll have to figure all this shit out. This is just part of the game, young man. Where people start noticing that you actually are talented, and you know that now, okay, now that we actually have to start guarding him and game planning for this dude and everything like that. So we'll see what's up with him next. I'm gonna put the camera on you, man, while I go into the kitchen and get me some more drink. All right.
Yeah, yep.
So go
And
ahead and talk
then
your shit.
yeah, and a couple of games of the night last night. Tell you, man, them Hornets, man, them young Hornets balling right now.
And I say that you might be right about them goddamn Hornets, man. They might be on the move to do something.
They played the Heat last night. They lost to the Heat, but it was one of those better games of the night. They was going back and forth, straight shooting. Con Canipple KK, 27 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, clutch shots when they was down, try to keep them in the game. Brandon Miller, man, is I thought if he can figure out his game in the league and just get stronger, and just get used to the competition and the conditioning, he could be a threat for this team. And that's why I think that's why they finally figured out how to win this year with like him, Miles Bridges, Con Canuple, and LaMelo Ball. Because Brandon Miller had 22 points, 13 rebounds,
Mm.
5 assists. So like they filling up that starting lineup really well, and they like meshing really well. They balance really well. LaMelo Ball, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, hitting big shots in the game. He's not taking those dumb shots at the wrong time like he used to usually do. But he still take those deep ones, one-legged shots. But he seems to be making them more than anything. But Tyler Hero, 33 points, he killed. He had Voodoo, Ranger, Stranger,
Yeah, Voodoo
Danger.
Ranger. Yep. Tropic Force. I don't know if you have one of them, but it's an IPA. So if you ever want
Nah,
to grab one,
check it out.
57 Wands got it. It's 57
Nice,
degrees.
nice.
They got it. Yeah.
Tyler Hero, 33, 9 and 9. He was hooping. The Bulls need to play like that. He just shoot some lights out. Bam, 24 points, 12 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Really good game, man. If you see the highlights for that, that was a really good game. One of the better games of the night. But the best game of the night seemed to be Spurs versus Clippers.
Ooh.
I mean,
Ooh.
actually, it seemed like that because like the Spurs was down 25 pretty much at half or a little bit before the third quarter. Kawhi Leonard and that team getting it in. But
Yes, sir.
some about in that second half though, the Spurs got it going. Lighted up. De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama started hooping,
Mm-hmm.
started getting them hell. Ended up coming back and winning that game. It was a close game in the end. I think it was like 115 or 112 or something like that. 114, 16. But being down 25 points was looking ugly, and to come back snap like that, great win. Shout out to Spurs, man. They giving team hell, man. They could be
Brother, at 46 and 17, who expected that? Wow. And that's what you can say about the Spurs being a stellar organization, bro. They really go out there and they really draft well. They really go out there and make sure that they had the proper personnel to meet the needs and the desires of the team. If you don't fit what they're doing, they will get rid of you, and they're known for that. Like if they don't like what's going on with you, they will get rid of you. The L.A. Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers, I think they should. Yeah, whatever. I ain't gonna even get into that. For what it's worth, they are 30 and 32, and they're really trying.
yeah. They trying to get that compared to the way it was earlier in the year.
They're really trying, but I think they just are what we see in them, man. And that's not what I was expecting. I wanted them to actually make a playoff run. and go deep, and Kawhi Leonard and James Harden really be the centerpieces behind that and lift that team up over the muck and mire of them being the basement team in LA, and it just it's just not happening. If I were part of the Clippers organization, if I was someone who could get into the owner's ear, I would say, "Hey, big guy, let's change the name from the Los Angeles Clippers to something else. I think it's time. I think it's time. Let's drop the name. You built a whole new stadium for us going into next year, 2 years from now. Let's make sure that going forward we don't have that name and take any of that with us no more. Like it's gonna always people gonna always consider the Clippers, but let's just kind of like shrug that off and get some of that off of us, man. Let's rebuild and call ourselves a different name. I don't care if it's a Los Angeles
Shit.
uh, Voodoo Rangers. I don't care what it is, man. Come up with something, bro. Call it
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Los Angeles or the San Diego Voodoo or whatever, man.
And
Call
Inglewood, so go with
yeah,
Inglewood,
or the
Inglewood or
Inglewood
Crips.
Skulls or yeah, the Inglewood Ranger. Call it something, brother, but get from under that name. Get from under that perception that y'all have to be the Clippers, man, because you over there cleaning up that organization. You trying to do the best you can, and you're a competitive guy, and you love playing. You love the game of basketball, and you love to see these guys compete.
I think they should
And
go back to
I think
San Diego
I think you should just get rid of that name. I think it's just time to get rid of that name.
or give Oakland another team. Give either Oakland or San Diego another team. Yeah,
If they could move to San Diego, they could move to Oakland, but whatever it is, call yourself the Ranger or something, the Skull or something, man. Like something that get rid of that Clippers name. I just think it's time to get rid of that Clippers name, bro. Like it's just time to drop that. Or if you're not gonna go to Oakland, if you're not gonna go to San Diego, we all know that Seattle wants a team back, right?
yeah, yeah,
Might be time to rethink that, but it's too late for that shit because he already rebuilt that. He already built that fucking stadium that cost him $2 billion out of his probably out of his own money or whatever. So they ain't gonna be getting none over there anytime soon, bro.
yeah. It's crazy. They just built that arena in Inglewood, so it's like they might have stick that one out for a few years. But yeah, I feel you on like either losing that energy around being a psycho LA Clipper. So it's like yeah, I can switch it up, being either Los Angeles something else or Inglewood something else.
I would just
Uh,
drop it, man. Like get away from that. Get away from the thing that you're the owner. Like you pay for it. It's not to bring up his money, but you're a billionaire and you're in a high billions. You know what I mean? So you could do what you want. You could pay. You may have paid. I don't know what he did, but you may have paid for that stadium outright, which ain't a bad thing because you're gonna get all the money back and it just takes some time or whatever it is.
yeah,
However it happened, but it's up to you to say how it goes. It's up to you. You're the person who signed on the dotted line. That piece of paper belongs to you. You can say whatever you want about it. You could call it the San Diego or the Inglewood Ballhead, the Ballhead Eagle. You could call it the San Diego Eagle if you wanted to. It's your team. You can do whatever you want with it. But I would just get away from that whole Clippers thing, man, because it sucks. And even if it deals with sailboats and everything, I would just get away from that, man.
yeah, true. Yeah, well, that's all I got for the sports punch. You got anything you want to?
Hell no, ain't all you got for sports punch. You ain't got a game of 21. You ain't got motherfucking goddamn it, I'm King of the Hill or anything like that.
Not right now. I was gonna do another King of the Hill like shooting guard version, but I
Mmm.
gotta do my. I want to dig in the bag of tricks for the shooting guard one. We did the
Mmm.
six man. We did every other position, but the shooting guard. But I think we know. But I think we already know how the shooting guard gonna go. At least for the top ones.
We
Ones.
we know what's gonna happen at the end when you do shooting guards. We know what's gonna happen at the end
Unless we
because
start right
it's
off
only
bat, like
it's
boom.
only it's only two guys that's gonna come out to me when you do shooting guards.
Yeah. So now I'm like, this one of the
It's
ones I
gonna
got.
either it's gonna either be the guy with 6 rings or it's gonna be the guy with 5 rings. It's gonna either be the guy from the Bulls or it's gonna be the guy from the Lakers.
Yes, sir. I agree. But I think I gotta go in my bag of NBA Live, 98, 99, 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember it was some shooting guards back then, and then back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, so. It depends on if
Greatest player
we
of all time to you is who?
Jordan
Jordan is the greatest
like
player of all time.
basketball. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Hmm.
Jordan. It toss up between Kobe and LeBron as 2 and 3,
Okay.
and then throw in the King. A lot, not a lot. Kareem,
Kareem.
Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got to throw that white boy Larry Bird now. You
You
know, no
got to.
matter.
You
I
got
got
to.
to. Steph spoils himself in there somewhere somehow. He in there. Top
You
10
got to put
wise.
Steph in there. 4 rings, right? It's four. Four for Steph.
Yeah, you got 4.
Game changer.
Yep. Hey, you get change the game literally and figuratively.
50, 40, 90 for the majority of his career. Um,
And he had a slow start to his career.
greatest
That's too.
shooter, greatest shooter of all time. Say what?
He had a slow start to his career because of ankle
Slow
injuries
start.
too.
Yeah,
So like it wasn't like
yeah.
he was just coming out killing like he was now, but or then.
Man, God bless you, Steph. Man, them ankles was fucking you up, bro. I believed in you early on. I was like, yo, it's something different about him, the way that he hits the court and the way that he comes out and play. You could tell that he was trying to really get out there and figure it out. But with those lower body injuries, man, with those ankles, it wasn't happening right away. And I was like, man, please don't let him be one of those guys that end up being hurt all the time, and he gets deprived of his ability to prove that he really is one of those guys. And lo and behold, he worked on it. Whatever they did, whatever treatment you got, bro, whatever they did to you, hopefully it all worked out, which it did, and it all worked out for the good. Hopefully everything was on the up and up, and it wasn't nothing too salacious or scandalous or
All right.
anything like that. Um, but to me, Steph, it ain't too many people, man, I can put over you, dude. It's only that one guy, or maybe them two guys. When you say all time, that I can't let you slide. But a lot of these guys, if you say out of that top 10, 15, 20 bag, and you can't take Miguel Jordan, and you can't take him, or you can't take this guy over here, a Bill Russell, or whatever it is, who do you start your franchise with? You're gonna enter that conversation in a lot of people's head, And the best thing, one of the dopest things I like about you, Steph, is that you don't really do a lot of talking, and showing off and pontificating and ranting and raving. You let your game speak for yourself. You know how good you are. You show and prove, and you get out the way, bro. That's one of the things I like. And Michael Jordan, Deuce Trey, Money, as some of them call him, Mike, as others call him, 2-3, as some of them call him. He was the same way, dude. Like I let my game do the talking, and I get out of everybody's way.
Who are your favorite players? Like mine was like if I had like a starting line, like favorite players, I had like Charles Barkley,
Mm-hmm.
Melo,
Mm-hmm.
Shaq, Jordan, and D Rose.
Mm-hmm.
That like those would be my favorite players. That like all right, I instantly want to watch them, see them play every game
Yes, sir.
as possible.
Yes, sir.
Whether any
Yes, sir.
players like besides like Jordan or others like you actively look to watch their game no matter what.
Grant Hill, Eddie Jones,
Mm.
uh, Grant Hill, Eddie Jones, KG. Um, a lot of people they never really paid attention to him because they didn't really like. He really didn't get a lot of pub. But if you pay attention to his career, he's a decent guy, and he wasn't the most dominant guy. But Brad Miller was a solid guy in the league, man. I
The
like
center?
Brad. Yeah, I like Brad Miller's game. Brad Miller's game was solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he don't get a lot of um, recognition for his game, but because he was so reserved. But if you look at Brad Miller's game was like really consistent at the center spot. He had a nice jumper, nice jump
Mhm.
hook. He rebounded. He was like 17 and 10 every night. He just
Post
wasn't like
up.
a forceful guy. Yeah, he could do everything out there.
And he was
Um,
tough. Like he wasn't like no punk white boy either.
no, he wasn't like
He almost got his head knocked off by
yeah.
Shaq though. That one the
Yeah, but that
bull.
would have been by accident because it really wasn't his fault. Like it was a bunch of guys reaching at Shaq, and Shaq went for the guy that he thought did
Yeah.
it, but not just the guy that he thought. This is just me saying it. I think Shaq went
Dude,
after
not,
him also because that was the biggest motherfucker out there. And
oh
if he
yeah,
would have landed that punch and knocked him out, it would have just been a knockout punch, and he would have went to the hospital. If he would have hit me or you, that'd have been death. That'd
definitely
have
would
been
have been.
death from a guy 400 pounds. And
My
that's
family definitely would have been suing the fuck out that man.
in the league, in the
in the league.
network for showing it.
Matter of fact, we be called the KBA. Fuck you
Yeah,
mean?
the Keep Too Tall League, the Keep Too Tall
Yeah,
Basketball Association. The fuck?
I
You
swear to
deliver
God.
that punch, man. They would have called that motherfucker the handsome National Basketball League Association or whatever it was. Cause I would have got my money. I would have got my oh man, brothers. Oh, the type of lawsuits they would have got from me if that punch would have hit me, bro.
Yeah, I would have had the cast on my neck, little all everything.
Everything, bro.
Oh,
Whole body.
like
Roll
I'm
me out
fucked
on a
up now.
dolly, man.
Yeah, the whole body suit, like damn,
Yeah,
killed
roll
my
me out on
man.
a dolly. Is something wrong? Like,
Press
can
conference.
I can talk? I can talk, Your Honor. I just can't
Like,
move my body.
like why he
What's
just
wrong with
got
your
knocked out?
vocal
Why he got
cords?
the voice box? Like,
In the position I'm in, I can't really speak with my regular voice, so I have to talk like this.
as soon as you get that break, like, I'm back, y'all. I'm back in the
Mm-mm.
game.
I
Like,
wouldn't. I wouldn't. For the next few months, I go through all my training and everything, and then you will see me slowly. You'll see me slowly come back to life. I'll be doing everything that I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
this
And
nigga, this nigga
you
over
know
here,
this.
pop block
You know it. You know it. They like,
6 months
damn.
after.
Yeah. So Brad Miller, and then who would my? So let me see. Brad Miller,
Grant
Eddie
Hill,
Jones, Grant Hill.
shooting guard, small forward center.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
need
the
powerful.
point
I think you
I
said
need, yeah.
KG. Did you say?
Did I say KG? KG was just like an all time powerful. I love to see like
Yeah.
Tim Duncan is like the greatest of all time. But when it comes down to it, I love watching KG hoop in
Yeah.
his position. And then when you get down to the point guard, a guy that I love to see play at that point guard position, bro, that don't get talked about a lot. I'm just gonna say it, Damon Stoudemire. Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah, he was
Mighty
starting on.
Mouse. Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse don't get talked about a lot. So I would definitely put him out there on the court just to watch the motherfuckers hoop. You know, so that's a group of guys I would like to see hoop, man. But if I can, in a game of 21, in a game of 21, let's go Eddie Jones, Joe Johnson,
And so it go.
Jim Jackson.
Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Um, Let me see. I need two more. Eddie Jones, Joe Johnson, Jim Jackson. That's a lot of J's and Jones and Jacksons, huh? Um,
Monster Mash.
yeah, Monster Mash. Can I throw Monster Mash in there?
The Monster Mash.
No, that was a power forward though.
Was he? I thought he was more a small forward.
That my fault. My fault. Small forward. I'm going small for.
But he
I'm
could.
going shooting
I'm sure he
guards.
could play.
I'm going
In
shooting
this
guards.
league, he played power forward for sure.
I'm going shooting guards right now. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Vernon Maxwell, Nick
nope,
Anderson,
nope. I'm going Nick
Mitch Richmond.
Anderson. I'm going Nick Anderson. I think I did Mitch. Did I use Mitchy Slick already? I didn't do Mitchy Slick already. I feel like I did,
Mm,
man, when I did the all-time greats with Kobe and Jordan and everything like that.
mm,
Um,
Allen Houston, Reggie Miller,
mm-mm, mm-mm,
who else was Richard Hamilton? Um,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
trying to think of the 80s or 90s. John Horner said, nah.
No, get out of here. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that one. Let's throw Mitch Richmond in there. Let's throw Mitchy Slick back in there. So Mitch Richmond, Eddie Jones, Jim Jackson, and whoever else the fuck I
Joe Johnson.
said. Joe
My, my,
Johnson.
my answer would be Joe Johnson. ISO Joe. Anybody fucking with ISO Joe?
Ain't nobody fucking with ISO Joe, bro.
Not on 21.
Mm-mm.
He getting his own shot. He posting you up. He spinning
Mm-mm.
off you. He
Complete
jabbing the
player.
fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, that jab step is gonna kill you all night. Six
Jump
seven, two
shot,
hundred and forty point, 240
pure.
pounds.
Yeah, he jump shot,
Crazy jump
pure.
shot. I put
Three
his
points.
highlights. Yo, have you seen his highlight reel on YouTube?
Yeah,
10-minute reel they have of ISO Joe.
yeah,
Nasty,
yeah.
nasty clip, bro. Nasty clip. Man, joking. Who did you see him on Nightcap when Ocho was talking crazy to him?
Nah, not. I'm trying to think which. What was he talking about? About playing one on one or something? Or
Playing one on one.
Okay,
Ocho was talking. Ocho
yeah,
was
he be
talking
yeah. I don't know why.
crazy. Yeah, he just be talking shit. But uh, Unc told him, he said, "I'll take that bet." He said, "Man, I'll pay you for $1 million." Blah 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 blah. He said, and Joe told him, he said, "You better watch what you say." He said, "Because I'll take you up on your offer now." He said, "I'll take you up on
He's
your
still
offer."
hooping. Big three. He's still
Yeah,
hooping.
he been in a big three. He said, "I tell you what, make it 2 million. I'll play you for real."
Right,
He said,
exactly.
no, he said, make it 2 million. He said,
I
make it.
play you for
He said,
real.
I'll play you for real. He said, you won't even score
Like so the woman he was just for play.
for
Two
playing.
mil.
2 million, I'll do it for real. You won't score. And then Ocho started trying to talk all crazy. Hey man, you over here doubt my skill, blah 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 as a player. He said, I ain't doubting nothing about you. I'm just telling you, I did it at the highest level. But for
Right.
that 2 million, you will not score.
Nah.
And then Shannon Sharp had to throw in, hey, and make sure you put my 5,900 in there that he owed me.
That's he's still. I feel like that money doubled up now. It went from 2,700 something like that to
He
about
said, Joe
59.
said, Joe said, bet it up, put it in there, put it in there. He said, I bet you. He said, you ain't getting nothing. He said, once I get the ball, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, I like Chad's.
His commentary,
his commentary and his confidence in himself. But like,
yeah,
come on, dog.
it's cool,
Like you
but
talk to Joe Johnson, like NBA players, even the garbage of like the 12th man, sixth man in
he
NBA
give
will
you
bust
buckets.
his
He
ass
give you
because like
buckets.
that's their game. Like it's like them trying to go to play football. He gonna probably Chad gonna probably bust them in football,
Absolutely.
but other way
On the
around,
basketball court,
it's the same man that's trying to fight James Harrison. Think he's gonna beat him? I'm like, come on, dog.
you
Like
talking, and we know that you talking.
that's the reason they call that man Debo for a reason. Like, and I understand, like the biggest dudes can get knocked out, but like, come
They
on, dog.
can. They can, but we know that you're not capable of do that. And we know that you playing. And though you may be actually capable of doing that, we know that you ain't really on that type of shit
But
right now.
he had a couple little exhibition boxing matches. He looked a little tired
Whatever
in
it was.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but now it's like everybody does. Now if you go in that fight, Le'Veon Bell, who actually is a professional now, I guess. I mean, he's
I
like two
guess
on
so.
one.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. It's very hard to go in there and do that thing, man. But I was listening to Chad and Joe talk. Joe told him, was like, man, he's like, if I tell you that you won't score, he said, Ocho, they was talking all that shit back and forth. Ocho was like, man, you know I love you, man, blah blah blah. He's like, man, I love you too, man, but we talking my game. He said, that's my game. If I
yeah,
tell you that you won't score, you won't score. He said, what we going up to 11 or 21? How you want it? He said, I even tell you where I'm gonna score from. He said, there won't be nothing that you can do about it once I get going. And for those who don't understand Joe Johnson, man, just watch that clip I saw. 10 minutes of Joe scoring the ball, just coming down, pulling up in people's face. And if you don't understand what I'm talking, just watch it. 6'7", 240 pounds, 230 pounds. That's a big dude. That's a very big dude. And
country
Chad,
strong.
country strong from Arkansas, and Chad is maybe all of 6 feet, 200 pounds.
That's just barely 200 maybe. Yeah, so yeah, good luck with that, Chad.
Yeah. Salute to you.
Anything else? Maybe some chess. Some tennis. Any other sport, maybe. But
No,
nope.
nothing yet to report. The David Benavidez fight is upon us. We have until May 2nd. May 2nd, that fight is going to take place. Uh, I think there's some other fights. Floyd Mayweather, they say he's broke and he's out of money, so he's trying to get a bunch of fights together. It's reported that Floyd Mayweather is owed $340 million, or he's sued for $340 million because Showtime allegedly didn't pay up. I don't know what it is, man. In my opinion, it's just him doing an evaluation on Showtime when they got sold to Paramount, and he went in there and did an evaluation. He had some independent accountants come in and do some work on there, and they probably found some money for him. The same way was it Queensberry Promotions just did, and they just found out that Queensberry is tied into Zuffa Box, not Zuffa, Sela and a bunch of other companies that are promoting boxing without them. So they have a deal where they signed a deal where no matter what it is that you promote, we get paid, which is a crazy deal by Frank Warren, which means that he's on some gangster shit, which means that no matter what show they put on, him and his company will get paid. Uh, which was a really slick, dirty move, but That's the business of boxing because it's not regulated, and these guys can get in there and they can do that type of stuff. So I'm sure he went in there had them review the books as well. But you all aren't hearing about that. It takes a guy. Well, if you do your research, you'll understand that. So that's going on. So I don't know if he's actually. Floyd. I don't know if you broke. I really don't give a fuck. But in your lifetime, you made $1.2 billion for yourself in boxing, which means that they probably made 10 times as much, and they fed their families and they fed the unions and the stadiums and everything. And my nigga, if you can't keep track of $1.2 billion, you don't need the money. You don't need the money. You understand what I'm saying? But if you just out here suing to put your name out here so people can come up, show up for your fights and all that, I understand. But they saying that you're selling property. I'm not looking into it because I don't really give a shit. If that's what you're doing, because you need the money, man. Goddamn, bro. Like it would be easier for you just cut back on your living expenses and do other shit. But I can't call it. Um, because that's not my lifestyle to do. Like I don't really give a fuck what you do. I just want to see you succeed and be comfortable and your family be all right. And your grandson look like he on his way to being the next champion as well, and he's only 4 or 5 years old. As far as any other fights, Wardley versus I forgot the fucking guy's name. They're trying to get that fight together. Fuck Daniel Dubois. I think that's going to be a banger for as long as it lasts. That fight ain't going 12 rounds. Y'all might as well make that a 10-round fight or an 8-round fight because I don't think you motherfuckers going to last the whole 12 rounds unless y'all get tired and y'all realize that y'all can't hurt each other enough to knock each other out. Jay Opataya should be fighting, I think, this weekend or something like that against Blanton. I like Jay Opataya. He seems like a very serious guy. He said in his interview that I was watching, he's like, "Man, I'm not coming here to play with this guy. Like, I know he's serious. I know he's a threat, but I'm promising you destruction." And so far, when you watch Jay Opataya's fights, that's what you're gonna get. If Gilberto Ramirez takes an L and gets knocked out against David Benavidez, I expect him and Jay Opataya to fight sometime in the future, maybe in September, right? On another Mexican holiday or supposedly a Mexican holiday or whatever it may be. That would be
Okay.
awesome. And you come over to the States and fight where you can celebrate that fight and you have a great crowd show up for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go over, well, you can't go to New Zealand and fight because I don't know how that would go. But there should be some interesting fights coming up. Richardson Hitchens. It might be time for you, sir, to move the fuck up. You're 6 feet tall, shrinking yourself down to 140 pounds. You didn't fight a couple weeks ago, and people were expecting to see you fight. They were really geared up on that fight. They wanted to see you put your best foot forward. Shakur Stevenson, I hope you find someone at 135 to fight at 140. You just blew Teofimo Lopez out the water. That was easy. That jab was crazy. Cut his face up. And that's going to continue. Like I've been saying, none of you motherfuckers can beat Shakur Stevenson until further notice. Until y'all show me someone who's as dynamic as Shakur Stevenson, there will be no ass whippings handed to him. The only person I really want to see him fight outside of the fighters that are at the top is was it De La what's his name? Shit. The guy that he fought with a broke that when he had that broke shoulder. De La Fuentes or whatever his name is. I'm messing his name up, man, but it's the guy that he fought and he fought him with one arm. Uh that's the guy that you should go back and fight. That's the guy that you really need to. You owe it to us as lovers of the sport and to him as a fighter to go back and run that back. And outside of that, Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Floyd, and a bunch of other fights are going to be taking place. Jared Anderson, get your big ass back up in the gym. I want to see you fight soon, my G. It's about time for you to take over the heavyweight division, so we can have at least one American heavyweight to talk about. Anthony Joshua, wish you well in the process of you trying to get yourself back together and just make a decision on if you want to fight again, which I think you will. You just have to process all this craziness that just happened to you. And outside of that, man, I'm good to go, bro. That's all
Yeah.
I got.
Same. All right. Well, that's a good little episode right there. I feel like
It
more
was. It
March
was.
Madness. March Madness coming up.
Yes, sir.
Um, I don't know if you watched the World Baseball Classic, but that's going on. USA, USA. But we got actually a good team that could win it this year. Otani, I thought I was like just saying this to be saying it, but like if depending on if he had a low enough career, man, he might be the greatest baseball player I've ever seen. Like just from watching what I've seen, what 5, 6 seasons in, this man is crazy.
A guy that can not only pitch, but he hits.
And he hit some crazy. It's every day he hitting something crazy and it's like efficient. Like I think he went 3 for 4 last night, but last year he went 6 for 6 and had like 3 home runs in the game. I ain't never seen that shit before. Like besides like on
Oh,
some
Tony,
Barry
you a
Bonds
bad
shit.
motherfucker though, man. You bad, man. You a
I
bad.
think he
You
like
cold.
manufactured engineered. Like he's not real like a human being. Like his
He might
stature,
be.
man, this Japanese dude killing shit. So don't be surprised that he get put up there above Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey type stuff. Like because he doing some crazy shit right now.
He really is. Really is.
Back to back champion with LA. They loaded, but he got them winning consistently. Man,
Talk
that's
about it.
clear.
I mean, like the guy's just really dope at what he does, and there's nothing that you can do about it to shame him or keep or disregard him and what he's doing right now. Like Shohei Ohtani is just dope, and at the end of it all, when it's all said and done, you're just gonna have to put his name up there in the rafters with all the rest of the greats. Even though they,
Yes.
even though they're acting like it's just okay with what he's doing right now. The guy does well at pitching, and he does well at hitting the ball as well. Anything else you want to get off your chest before we relieve this stress and leave these motherfuckers a mess?
I think I'm good. Yeah, I ain't got no shit to say, no bullshit to say to nobody. Fuck the Packers as always.
Fuck the Packers. I agree.
Bear
Anything
the
else?
fuck down, and then that's it. I'm good.
And fuck the Cowboys too. And remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. We done here. Have a good day.